People often think of transformations as a complete change into something entirely different. However, a transformation can also be a change to a better, purer version of yourself. Your soul is your core identity, the purest part of yourself without the influence of societal norms or pressures. An old Chinese herbalist tells a young and confused Jin that, quote, "it is easy to become anything you wish, so long as you're willing to forfeit your soul." In Jin Luen Yang's American-born Chinese, an external confrontation with the Monkey King challenges Jin's internal perception of himself, which allows him to regain his soul, thus complicating the herbalist's belief. After Jin's date with Amelia, Greg asks Jin to, quote, not ask out Amelia again, because Amelia has to start paying attention to who she hangs out with. Jin takes Greg's words to heart and internalizes the belief that he is not worthy of Amelia due to his Chinese ethnicity. As Jin further internalizes this message, he takes steps to portray himself as white, so much so that Jin perms his hair and Jin Luen Yang starts to portray Jin as his white alter ego, Danny. As Jin becomes more and more devoted to his facade of being white, he grows more and more embarrassed of his Chinese heritage. Qin Qi serves as a physical representation of Jin's subconscious fear of his Chinese background. Qin Qi embodies all the stereotypes that Jin attempts to avoid. Jin feels embarrassed when Qin Qi simply answers a teacher's question, as it further associates him with the Asian stereotype that all Asians are smart. Qin Qi pushes Jin past his tipping point when Qin Qi dances and sings on top of a table in the library, further drawing attention to himself and to Jin's Chinese heritage, which provokes Jin to hit Qin Qi. Qin Qi proceeds to beat up Jin, symbolizing how Jin's Chinese identity cannot be suppressed. No matter how much Jin tries to hide his Chinese background, it will always be present for both himself and others to see. Up to this point, Jin's transformation has come at the cost of his Chinese identity. He sees his Chinese self as a loser. But Qin Qi challenges Jin to reveal his true self after revealing his self as the Monkey King. Danny was a physical representation of his own self-perception. In the transformation panel, both Danny and Jin's faces look fearful, which can be attributed to Jin's discomfort in his own skin. If Danny and Jin were two separate people, they wouldn't share facial expressions. Danny's change to Jin is due to the confrontation with the Monkey King. A shallow reading could suggest that Jin literally transforms from white back to Asian, but really he just gives up the lie he has been living. Jin finally reclaims his soul. Jin then asks the Monkey King what he is supposed to do now, and the Monkey King responds, "I would have saved myself from 500 years imprisonment beneath a mountain of rock had I only realized how good it is to be a monkey." The next panel shows Jin with a guilty look on his face, because he is thinking about how he strayed away from his own identity and hurt others, such as Wei Chen, in the process. Jin then goes to a Chinese cafe at the suggestion of the Monkey King, which is a noticeable shift from how he ate sandwiches to assimilate earlier in the graphic novel. When Wei Chen finally arrives, he is cold and reserved, only responding to Jin with short and to-the-point answers. Jin apologizes for kissing Wei Chen's then-girlfriend, Suzy Nakamura, and recognizes his actions were a result of internalizing Greg's words. Wei Chen accepts his apology and takes off his sunglasses, symbolizing him taking down his guard. They are then able to share an equal power dynamic during the conversation that the comic ends with. The graphic novel fades out of view, with Jin and Wei Chen laughing together and having a good time. Jin's talk with Wei Chen reflects Jin's process of assimilation. He speaks English while Wei Chen speaks Mandarin. But the conversation is natural and fluid. Jin feels comfortable sitting in an Asian bakery and drinking boba. Just like their friendship, Jin's inner struggle between his Asian heritage and his American upbringing is no longer a competition, but rather a symbiotic relationship.